Welcome to part 3 of the Dwarven City Gate tutorial. Let's pick up right where we left off, because today we're going to be finishing this building up. So let's start right here on our center line. Place a little carpet down there to denote the center line. You can see behind that we do have this to place down right here. So if I hover over it a little bit, I think you can see the block counts, but I'll count this anyway. So the red nether brick is going to be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks long through there. And then there's going to be another one back there because from this point on upwards, I'm pretty sure, from this point on upwards, the building is going to be completely symmetrical. Continuing to ignore these things here in the middle. These were supposed to be ladders that went up to a higher level, but I decided to remove that, but I apparently forgot to go back in and fill in the holes. So I think we can expedite the process today if I only go over 1/4 of the building. So if I go from here, our center line we start at and we go around this way, and then all the way over to here. And where's the center line going to be? Right here. It's going to be about right there. So everything, if I get a little altitude, you can see everything that's going to be in the top right quadrant is going to be the same, just rotated for the others. Alright, so let's drop back down here. I'll let you build your pavement. And let's go around the exterior and take a look at the next set of details we have to lay down for that. Of course, the block texture behind that is there in lieu of me counting out a whole bunch of 1s and 3s, and 2s, and some 4s and 5s. Got a little overhanging obsidian right there. And there. Over here too, probably. So make note of that. A bit more right there. 3 more blocks. Just like so. And here we have the center line. So from this point onwards, take all the numbers you just did and you can reverse them if you want to build the next section. Or conversely, you could just go back here on the other side of the center line right here and rewind and follow the video again for that. But you know, once you do that, you mirror the entire thing on the other side of the center line there, and that's all we need to do. So let's continue on. We got a lot to do today, and I want to fit it into a reasonable amount of time. So here we are. Here's our center line. I already marked it. So behind that, for a little floor here, we do have a bit more stuff to place down. Right here. So let's take a look at that. Right there, and that's on our center line right here at the back. Alright, so let's swing around the front now. And then here around the side. A little overhanging obsidian here, 2 blocks. Right there, and somewhere around here should be our center line for that. So all the numbering for that is just reversed and laid down a second time over there, and then a third time, and then a 4th time. All right. Next phase here, let's go back. We're going to move our center line all the way back here now. So we do have some overhanging obsidian parts here, and overhanging cobbled deep slate there. And let's scan around the perimeter and see what the next block sections are. Here I think we have a straight run of overhanging cobbled deep slate right along there. Bit of glowstone and gold ore now for some lighting. We do have a lot overhanging right here, by the way, so take note of that. Like so. And the center line is going to be somewhere around here, probably. And we just have a straight run of, straight run of cobbled deep slate straight across there. So that's 1/4. I will leave you to do the other 3/4, and we will go on to the next phase. Alright, back here, right on our center line, some overhanging obsidian right there. Otherwise, everything's mostly going straight up. We got some recessed blocks here at the front, though. Like so. Some more cobbled deep slate there. Some bit more overhanging obsidian on these front edges here. And then our center line is somewhere around here. So that's all there is for that one. I wonder why that was there. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe there's some... I don't see any. Look ahead a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why this is here. I think that was some air gaps I probably forgot to fill when I was colliding things together. You can ignore those. You don't have to build that. Alright, back here. Torch on the center line. Overhanging obsidian. Several overhanging blocks. And let's scan around the perimeter. Overhanging run of cobbled deep slate there. Overhanging obsidian on those two ends. And then overhanging cobbled deep slate just straight across here. And the center line's probably somewhere around there. Alright, next block level up. Torch on the center line. Mostly going straight up now. And that section. And the center line somewhere around there. So that's the 1/4, so let's go on to the next phase. Torch on the center line. And let's scan around the perimeter. Alright, center line somewhere around there. So let's go on to the next phase. And then just straight obsidian across there, and it would go on to the next phase. A lot of these blocks are just going to start going straight up for quite a while. There's only going to be little details here and there, like with the swapping of the gold ore and the glowstone there. Otherwise, we're going straight up. In these sections, a little overhanging deep slate there, though. And several sections here, and I'm pretty sure the center line is going to be right on that one there. Alright, next phase. And the center line is going to be on that middle block. So let's go on to the next one. Next phase. These blocks are set back a little. And as you see, you're going to have quite a large interior volume in here if you're just building this as a shell. So if you have, like, you know, some hidden mob farms or redstone things that you want to put inside here, I think the space is going to be quite large enough for you to fit quite a few farms in here, or perhaps just a couple of very large farms, depending. Perhaps not too redstone heavy. You don't want to lag out your server now. But if you've already built all your farms, I mean, you could just leave it empty. Do remember to throw down some torches, though. Otherwise, you'll have an unintentional mob farm. Alright, next phase. Here on the center line, we do have a couple more blocks back there. All right, next phase. Just ignore that for now. I don't think we need that. All right, another 3-block step back of cobble deep slate right there. And that's all there's going to be for that phase. All right. Not real sure what that is for. I think this is another air block gap that shouldn't have been there, so just ignore those blocks back there. And build what's at the front here. Next phase. Next phase. Continuing on. Next phase. We're going to continue to ignore that. Hopefully it won't be a problem. All right, center line down there. Let's move on to the next phase. I think I see what that might be now. It looks like it's going to end up being part of a roof. Oh, well, I suppose we should start building it. Alright, so here we are back down here at the bottom. Try and give you a good view of this. We did take a look at all of this, so you might want to rewind a little and go back and put that in. If you don't want to do that, what you can do at this point here is just to build what we've got here, but then where just slab that over with some cobbled deep slate, and just build that here. This right here to simplify things, to get us back on track. It looks like a little nook that I didn't go back and fill in. Alright, center line. Next phase. Next phase. Wish I had more creative ways to say next phase, but alas. Alright, next phase. Next phase. I would try to say more, but except for next phase, but there's not a whole lot to say, and I want to finish the building today, so I need to make sure I can talk towards the end of it. Alright, next phase. We got several dozen more of those to go. I think we probably do want to build this little projection back there too. Alright, next phase. Alright, next phase. Yeah, place torches on glowstone. I don't know why. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. I know it's a light block, but it's still a block. Minecraft is funny. Well, I'm not sure, but I think we probably do want to place those 2 blocks there. We'll see if we need them. We probably do. We learned our lesson back down there with that. Alright, next phase. Got some flat sections now here at the front. Because that's where these little small roof sections are finishing off. I'm still not sure why this is here, but let's just keep building it. This may end up being an air pocket. And we might want to take it out later. But let's build it now and make sure so we don't have another problem like we did down there. All right. Very, very high up now. So if you haven't repaired your elytra in a while, safety warning. Might want to do that. Or at least check it. You know, the more I look at this, the more I think we don't need it. I wouldn't have left that here. Well, put it in for now, and we'll tear it out later if we need to. It's just a couple of blocks. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be another air pocket. It didn't get filled in when I was doing all the block infill here. Must have missed them. Like if they're really close to the front there, that's easy to miss. All right, next phase. And next phase. Right here, we do have some overhanging, couple deep slate, 2 blocks. Right there, another block there. And I can see back there that it looks like that gets capped off somehow. Let's hold that. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's this is weird. All right, so ignore all of this back here. Tear that out and reclaim the blocks, or just leave it there and keep building. Just a couple of blocks. I thought it might be the start of something, but it's definitely not. It's an interior feature that shouldn't be there. Sorry. I was fooled by that one down there. All right, here's the center line, so next phase. Center line. Got quite a bit of overhanging blocks there, 3 blocks. So pay attention to that detail. And then we're going to have another 3 block wide thing there to cap this off. And that's all there is to it. Let's go on to our next phase. Let's see. There's the center line. Gonna have some overhanging red nether brick there. And out front here. All right, next phase. Hmm. Well, where's that going to be at over there? Okay, well. This might be another trick, but let's go ahead and put in that extra block of cobbled deep slate. Next phase, torch on the center line. Well, go ahead and build this. That may step back a little bit. Well, let's go ahead and build it, just in case. And center lines there. So let's go on to the next one. Yeah, it looks like that's just a little nook down there. You're probably gonna want, you could hide a torch down there if you want to. I think I would if you're doing this in survival. Be a good place to hide a torch. Can't even see it. All right, next phase. Got a lot of overhanging blocks here, 5 wide, just like so. Oh, yeah, that was definitely a good place to hide a torch. Nobody's getting back there. And then another 5 block span right there to cap that off. All right, continuing on. Torch on the center line. Of course, as we get higher up, you'll notice we're going to have more straight runs of things. And just vertical runs of things as we near the top, except, you know, on the corners here. We're going to be having our characteristic Dwarven roofing. We're still not quite in the home stretch, but we can, well, we can't see it from here, but we're getting there. This is a very tall tower. We still got a lot to go. That was a simple phase, though. Lots of straight runs of things for the moment. Alright, center line. Alright, and right there, I think. Alright, that's just a straight run of obsidian, so we don't particularly need the center line. I think it's right there. Alright, next phase. Got a little hidden glowstone there. Overhanging obsidian right there. Alright, this phase here. Let's see, where is going to be the center line? It's a little tricky. It's going to be right there. Alright, next phase. Gonna try and eyeball this one. I think it's probably right there. That looks right. Overhanging obsidian there. And over here. Alright, and now we have even more overhanging obsidian, but a whole edge of it. Let's see, where is... I'm pretty sure it's gonna be... That looks about right. Alright, it's getting harder to figure out where the center line is now. I think it's somewhere around there. That looks right. I don't know if that glowstone needs to be back there. That looks like we got another... Well... No. No, I don't think so. That looks like a... that looks like an extra piece that we don't need. Ignore that glowstone back there. I'm going to take the chance that it's not something that we need. It's too deep into the building. I remember what it looks like at this level, and there's not anything that cuts back there. Alright, next phase. Let's see. I think it's there. These look like superfluous bits and pieces. Ignore that. Ignore that. Both, all four of those. Then we just got straight cobbled deep slate across the front. And pretty simple sides here. There we go. I think the center line is becoming less relevant as we get higher up in the building. There's some straight runs across there and a couple of diagonals. Next level, straight run of cobbled deep slate across the front. Let's just start over here. And that's all there is to it. hmm. So obsidian straight across there. And pretty much straight across the sides too. Now see, those things have disappeared now. They are interior to the building where they shouldn't be there. There's some leftover construction gaps. Just completely ignore those. Let's see. Well, it's obsidian straight across the front, right on top of the previous obsidian. Just been going up straight in this corner here. So let's use that as the reference and go this way. And then just straight across the sides. Alright, next phase. Well, this makes finding the central line easy. Right there. Alright, next phase. Next phase. Next phase. Next phase. And oh, here we are. Been inspecting this. We have the rooftop now over here on the side. So just flat all the way across. As you can see, you want to match up 3-block wide obsidian and red nether brick bands. Just like you see done there, and then just straight across at the back. So now we only have this central section here to focus on for the rest of the build. It's still quite a lot though. So let's see, center line and then 3 blocks back here, like so. And then across the side here. And then right back here. You do need the extra cobble deep slate back there too. Alright, cap all these off here. And then move back another 3 blocks at the front there. And this is almost all cobbled deep slate except for a bit of obsidian here at the front. And then we've got just 3 blocks of air gap there, and then 3 more blocks of cobbled deep slate back there. And then it's on our center line, so that's all there is. I'll pause here and zoom out a minute. If you ignore those 2 things, you can see that this is very clearly has 4-way symmetry. Although I suppose it could have, if we divided it down the 45-degree diagonal, it would have 8-way symmetry, so we could cover even less of it, but we'll just keep going. So there's a center line, a couple of blocks. Just like so. And just right there. All right. Next phase. And the middle block there is the center line on that again. So let's move on. Next phase here. Alright, just pretend I put a torch on the block of glowstone somehow. Right there, and fly on to our next phase. Alright, so there's the middle. Clearly marked by the glowstone. And all this is being extended straight up for the moment. Alright, next phase. Some glowstone detailing in the middle. Gold ore and red nether brick, I mean. Detailing in the middle. And I think these are just going to be going straight up for quite a little while. Alright, next phase. Here's the central pattern. Straight up on the corners, and of course the pattern repeats on this side here. And on the other 2 sides. In fact, to save us a little time, while this is going straight up, I'm going to ignore it. And we're just going to take a look at the central pattern here. And I'll let you do the other 3 sides just the same. Next portion of the central pattern here. The next one there. The next one right there. There again. Right there. And here we are again. Alright, we need to slow down now because we have some changes over here. So all this, as I said, is because it's been going straight up. You just pillar that straight up until we get to this point here. Where, of course, we have some detailing starting to appear again. So we need to stop and build it. Center line there. And here we are again. Alright, next phase here. Got this 3-block cap off to the arch right here. Center line going to be there. Alright, right another break across the front here. And the detailing for the corners. Alright, I think it's right there. But anyway, more red nether brick. Detailing for the corners. Alright, cobbled deep slate here, 2 blocks. Alright, I'm just gonna guess that the center line is there. Alright, next phase here, we've got a 5-block thing now. Let me see if I can keep track of where the center line is going to be for that one. Right there. Alright, let's see. Cobble deep slate all the way across. Let's just start at the corner over here. Here would probably be better. Right there. Let's see. Obsidian now. Running across there. We're going to have 2 or 3 tall of obsidian. I think. So let's just start at the corner here. Be easiest to do. Right there. So obsidian straight across the front. Start here at the corner. And here's the detailing for the corner. Another run of obsidian straight across the front. And let's take a look at the detailing for the corner. Alright, cobble deep slate now, straight across the front. And here's the detailing for the corner. Alright, cobble deep slate again, but set it 1 block back, just like so, and here is the detailing for the corner. All right, another one. Set it back 1 block. Cobbled deep slate there again. And here is the detailing for the corner. Let's see. I believe that we are actually in the home stretch now. Our roof will go up for a little bit longer, but we are definitely in the home stretch. So I have no idea where the center line is anymore. So we are just going to start here at these corners. We're going to take a look at that, and then everything else is going to be a straight run of obsidian across there. And of course, the other corners are just the same. All right, so here we are, another corner, and obsidian straight across there. Another corner, and obsidian straight across there, but set it back by 1 block. All right, detailing again for the next corner. And now obsidian after 3 blocks, but then red nether brick straight down the middle. All right, detail here for the corner. And then obsidian and red nether brick, but move it back by 1 block. Detail for the corner. And obsidian and red nether brick stacked up another level. All right, next corner. More obsidian and red nether brick, but obsidian in the middle now. And stepped back by a block. Next corner detail here. And same deal for the middle. Next corner detail here. Same deal for the middle, but set it back by 1 block. You can see we're stepping it back. Every 2 blocks we're going up, we're stepping it back by 1. Detail for the corner. And a bit of cobbled deep slate there in the middle, along our old friend, the center line. All right, detail here for the corner. Like so. Next phase, pretty much repeat the last phase. So stack that up for 2 blocks. And then, that was the penultimate phase. So once we get up to here, we want to step everything back by 1 block, all around the corners and the front, right there, and carry our 5 block wide cross of cobbled deep slate straight across there to connect it. And then to the side from that, we have 3 block wide of obsidian, 4 of those, 4 red nether bricks, 4 more obsidians, and a little bit of cobbled deep slate in the corners, all the way back down there. And at very long last, your Dwarven city gate will be complete.